He got distracted. I fed his mother. He was eating. Then I walked over here and, oh, he left. She snuck in. He was looking at the feeder at me, telling me good morning. Let's see if we can get him again. Where you going? What the heck? Dang kid, you know. I want to chat with them and they just run off. He was really, really nice and talkative this morning, too. Oh, well. And hey, you can't guess what they want. See if Thailand's feeling good enough to wander around in here today, and we got to get them out. I don't like, half-inch rain overnight and blue like hell too. I don't like putting them out on sopping wet pasture, but no, it's gonna make any difference. Maybe it'll flush some worms out. Then they'll be there and they'll pick them back up, and vicious cycle. But we got to do something. God, 10, 15, 20 years ago, we were on pasture by the middle of March. It was drier. We had more calves on the ground by then. I don't know. But hey, just think, it's start the day at 35 degrees. And the snow they were talking for us, well, now they're saying it's going to be over our heads, but that just means the hills around us will be white. We'll see what happens. We'll know more about that tomorrow morning. Anyway, we'll see what happens today. Little mother-daughter side by side this morning. That would be Lena. That would be Dancer. Lena's still pregnant. Dancer's not, but they're both still bigger cows. And there's Dancer's boy. Yeah. Lena's grandson this year. He is a good-looking bull. At the moment, he's maybe on a keep list. I was hoping to catch you some zoomies, but, they just camera shy. Just a little bit of sparring, nothing really. And, I see one of them figured out they can get in a feeder. These feeders do save a lot of feed. Bad thing is when one gets in them, it's a lot harder to get out. It's not like a straight up side feeder. Oh wait, here we go. The newest calf in this pen, I think, maybe the heifer calf right there. She spent a lot of time against the fence talking to him and watching him. It's good to see him bounce around. So, oh well. Let them eat their breakfast. See what happens. Huh, buddy? What do you think, bud? What do you think? Really? Okay. There you have it, straight from him. Here we have a mixed bunch of critters. All but a few of the yearlings are out here. All but one 2-year-old is out here. The token 3-year-old is out here. And a handful of cows. Yeah, 2-year-olds are all cows now that are out here anyway. And there's 11 pregnant ones right there. Kind of throwing our night feeding off a little bit, eh? Because we can't, well, I can lock them out of there at night, but yeah, we'd need more straw. There's 4 small heifers in that pen. Go into the lockups and have the outside run. The rest of them are at the far end of the barn where it's too freaking deep for the calves, but for right now, that's what they got. And, that 3-year-old's calf, he just got flung out from being all by himself, so he's not real sure about things. He keeps trying to go back into where he came from. I just showed you some of that separating, but yeah, don't work that way. But I see somebody fighting with Mama there. That's Dancer and her little boy doing a little sparring. He's going to be a handful when he gets bigger. He's going to be hungry like his mama. Anyway, I'm going to get my rubber boots off, put my shoes on, and go in and have a late lunch. I don't even know when we started this, but yeah, it wasn't first thing because Thailand went with Brooke this morning up to Maury's to get their extra vehicle, so she's got something to drive. So she's got a little Scion. We call it the toaster. Little bebop machine. Brooke says it's fun to drive. She says you gotta be careful because the tires are so small, it does burn offs real easy. But yeah, I got that drug out yesterday. It needs to get greased, hooked up. But, you know, half-inch rain overnight. I don't know how much it's done so far during the day. We got soaked. Yeah, there's the toaster. It is a cute little thing. I don't think I could drive it. I can't handle my ass dragging on the ground. And most of them that sit like that, you don't sit up in them, and my back can't handle laying down to drive. So anyway, well, I know I kind of showed you earlier from outside, but here's those 4 heifers that are too young to go with the bull yet. I think we're keeping that one. I think is the one that she's got planned to keep, but I kind of like the looks of the one right there, so I don't know. None of these are slouches, they're just young. I mean, June baby. I can't see the others. Yeah, June, June. So, and there's that big cow with the patches, 324A. She's in here, along with the rest of the pregnant ones. So, makes it a little easier. They're all in one spot. A little tight for that many full-size cows in here without having that corner, but if we leave that corner alone, we can slip one in there with the calf easy. You know, yeah, the calf can crawl out, but we can get one in there quick and easy anyway. Still go take a panel and replace that board if we want to. And this group out here is, what is it, 4 of the cows with calves? All but one of the 2-year-olds with their calves, and the 3-year-old with her calf. One of these out here is the other 2-year-old. She's out there with her head in the feeder somewhere. Obviously pretty decent sized one because she's blending in. I don't notice her. And most of these are bigger cows. So, and you notice some smaller ones in here. One walking away and one broadside. Those 2. One laying over there. Those are all the yearlings that are going with the bull as soon as we get the bull out. We didn't get that far today because, unfortunately, we had to do some hay shuffling too. Without taking the walkway out of the back barn, every bale that wasn't crappy on the bottom is on the deck. And what we got left here, that'll go to these girls, which is, yeah, however many of the cows with calves on them. And there's 2 yearlings in here, I think. They got plenty of room for what's here, really, but that manure is so deep on the other side of the gate. We couldn't separate in the corner right there with those end gates because you can't open them. Had to dig out to open that to let them have this side. And one big reason to let them have this side is, you know, calves are in here. It's easier for them to get around over here because that's deep. It's 2.5, 3 feet deep and straighten up down there. And we're gonna have to get it cleaned out because there ain't much room till they hit the walkway there. And up above where we usually leave empty, that's bedded for the calves and they've got their own water in there. We got 4 of them up there earlier and let them figure it out. But you know, I always come back to Mama. But they do have a nice place. I really don't want them out there very much because the main part of that is, you know, higher than my boots. So anyway, these girls are kind of lost because they're like, hey, we should have been fed our hay already, and what's going on? And they think they need to come to this feeder to eat. That's why they got their heads in the feeder. They don't understand quite yet that I go out there and open the gate. But the cows in here, they'll figure that out right away. And I'm sure the young cows in here will follow because they've watched it happen every day for a while. And we really wanted to get multi-min and long range into these girls before they went out on pasture and went with the bulls. But at this point in time, the long range that was supposed to be in at the vet's office either on last Tuesday or Wednesday, they have no idea when they're going to get it. And, you know, our hands are kind of tied there because you can't just go anywhere and pick that shit up. It's vet prescription stuff. And, you know, the vet will let us get it anywhere, but the problem is, you know, anywhere they can get it from, we can get it from, and still takes so many days to get it. Their supplier is usually like next day. That's why we expected it Tuesday, you know, possibly Wednesday. But anyway, oh yeah, and we got lucky when we got done separating earlier. Got in the house for lunch. It was about 1:15, 1:20, somewhere in there, and it flat out cut loose. Probably 40, 50 mile an hour winds. It got really nasty for a while. So we took probably a little longer lunch than we should have just because it was so nasty, and it finally blew over. And all we've done all afternoon is move hay and, you know, kind of get them situated in here. I did move one of those 100-gallon totes is over there by the grain because that group, there's no young ones in there. There's only one. So they're just going to get ground feed. This one's the one that's going to be a little trickier because we need the better feed in these yearlings. And there's a bunch of cows. So we're going to end up mixing it over here. Maybe the yearlings will kind of pack up in one section of feeder. That'll make it a lot easier. Of course, then we'll have to feed a little more ground to keep the cows occupied. And the last 2 cows born, 023, she is still over there. Calf seems to be getting around all right with where she's at. The lump on her belly, I'm pretty sure it's nothing to do with a hernia. We caught it when it was still soft. It's a hard lump now, so yeah, it's a navel infection. I mean, either that or her intestines screwed up really bad and she should be dead by the time that got hard. Yeah, that'd be her right there, standing up. That's her spot. So, but she's doing all right, getting along with these kids. She's got a bunch of new friends. And the other new one, the big boy that was slow at figuring life out, he has decided that that is his spot. In all honesty, I'm not bad with that. That's the most well-protected spot in the whole barn. Unless the wind's coming out of the east, in which case, that over there is. So, he's protected from stuff. The only bitch is, he may not be smart enough to walk out of there to get to Mama to eat. So, we're going to keep an eye on him. But anyway, if I shut my app and shut this off, I can start editing it and get it up for y'all to watch tonight. And go let the cows in. So, hope y'all had a good Sunday. It's supposed to rain worse tomorrow than it did today. So, you know, we're just going to have another great week by the sounds of it. It's supposed to rain all freaking week. And I still got to order feed. Which means I got to get that stuff moved before the feed truck comes in. And I still got to check tires on that tractor. And I know there's some low ones on the disc. More fun. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody.